very good evening. How are you doing? Welcome to the Business Plus. I hope that you've had an amazing Monday and that you're ready for yet another episode of the Business Plus. Today we're going to be having such an amazing episode like we do each and every other Monday. Today we are having Claire, and Claire is the mom to Kerama. And the reason why I'm giving you this little background is because today we are focusing on Kerama Juices. And Kerama Juices is a company that is owned by an 11-year-old boy. And this boy has been doing so well in this business for the last 4 years. But the mom plays a very big role in this particular business. So before we get to Kerama and actually talk to him, just to know how he does his production of the juice and everything, and also to get to know about this book that he has written, we will first be talking to the mom, who is Claire. So any question that you have today, you just feel free. Ask the questions on our numbers 0721 105 105 on YouTube, on MBCI TV YouTube page, and of course on Facebook on MBCI TV Facebook page. Karibuni sana. We're going to be here for the next around 28 minutes, and I know that you're going to be having an amazing time. Claire, karibu sana.
Thank you.
Yes, we're so glad to be here, and thank you for opening your doors for us. We are very, very excited to be here, but also waiting to see how this goes and just to hear the story of Kerama. Yeah, so introduce yourself, this is your camera, and then you can start.
Well, my name is Claire Nyabuke. I'm 5 years old, and I'm a mother of 2 boys. So Kerama Jordan is one of my sons. He's an 11-year-old who started a business at 7 years.
At 7 years?
Yes.
How did he start a business at 7 years?
It started as a school assignment,
Okay.
a CBC assignment, and it was during COVID-19. Children were at home, but the school was keeping the children engaged. So this particular week, they were given an assignment, come up with a business idea. And being a 7-year-old, I was not expecting a lot, but there were some videos that were being sent from school. So he liked watching videos of children cooking. And now, when they were given an idea to come up with a business idea, he came up with he wanted to make juices.
Okay.
And he came to me and told me, I think this idea, I'm just going to make juices. It was not looking like a serious thing, so I just allowed him. Then I was like, which kind of juices do you want to do? I'm just going to check around and see what is there. So the only fruits that were at home were bananas and avocado. And so he did the assignment. We were supposed to do videos and send to school.
Okay.
So when we sent the videos to school, they were told the next time when you do the juices, sell to your parents. And he did sell.
Okay.
So the next time we were given a chance, those children who did an assignment and they were doing manufacturing or production for the product that could be sold to students, were being given opportunities to go to school and sell to grade 4.
Okay.
Grade 4s were at school that time. And so when we were given this opportunity, I was like, I need to make this thing beautiful. But it was still at an assignment level.
Yeah.
You just want to support your
business
child. No,
that
it was not a business.
Okay.
So when we were given a chance to take the juices to school, and then we were told at school, you can come with the juices, we have got the cups, they can use the school cups. But I thought like, why don't I just make it a beautiful thing? So I bought the disposable cups and the straws. And I also asked him, how do you want to call your company? Just from nowhere, I was like, how do you want to call your company? Then he told me, I want to call it Kerama. Kerama is his name.
Okay.
So we settled at Kerama Juices. I printed the labels, and I used the 5-liter jerry cans for tomato sauce.
Okay.
So I just washed them and labeled. It was not still a big deal.
Yeah.
So we went to school. We sold. We were to sell. We sold to the grade 4s. They were told, come with 100 bob. You can sell. So the teachers were so impressed.
Yeah.
The students were so impressed. I want to take to my mommy. It was such a beautiful setup.
Okay.
So when we left there, it was still as an assignment. But I thought like, why don't I I hire a photographer, this thing should be memorable, maybe it's going to use it in the future.
Yeah.
And so I hired, it was a bit, paying 5,000 for an assignment.
Yeah.
But I was like, it needs to be remembered. Like, he made money at 7 years.
Yeah.
And so I did. We went with a photographer, nice photos were taken. So when we left there, so the teachers and the school director were so excited about, like, how could this parent go to that extra mile?
Yeah.
Because it
For
was
an
looking
assignment.
different, yeah. So they started sharing it on their status. I was like, everybody's sharing my child. What about me? So shared on status. People were like, we want to promote Kerama.
Oh, wow.
We want to promote, which other flavors do you have? Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, so we started trying with the first 3 flavors. We were just doing production when there's demand.
Okay.
That is now when I started thinking like, wow, it is becoming a business
An actual
idea.
business, yeah.
Yeah.
So what were the first 3 flavors?
They were mango with what we call lemongrass. There was mango beetroot and pineapple.
Okay.
Yeah, those are first.
Now, you only make fresh juices till now as a business.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you settle on fresh juices, knowing that it's very perishable?
Yeah. So I think we wanted to do something natural.
Okay.
So many people are changing from beverages with chemicals, and we are coming back to natural and healthy juices. So we thought, like, how unique are we going to become? How different are we going to be with maybe Coca-Cola?
Okay.
So we started now thinking and imagining, like, we have to be different. Even the kind of mango that we do, the flavor that we put in, it is different from the kind of mango that you'll do for yourself.
Okay.
So we had to be different. We have to be unique. You have to feel like, I have to go for that mango juice. So we can't just be doing what you can do for yourself at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, as a mom who's promoting you, who's helping your son to do well in business, knowing very well that, of course, our children tunawambianga sana ni masaa ya kusoma, mtafanya biashara baadaye. So how are you able to balance him doing business and also doing very well at school?
Yeah, so I think it was not that complicated because he was just a baby. So it was easy to, like, make it clear to him, like, you have to excel in academics before you cannot excel in business when you have not excelled in academics. So I create time for him, like, to do his schoolwork, to play as a child,
Yeah.
You cannot start treating him like a grown-up, and he must go to the business daily.
Daily.
Yeah, he must, like, at least come to the business just to see what has been going on. Because I wanted to develop that culture, like, to own the business and to know what is, even if it is for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So it was not that difficult because as a young boy, he didn't have so many options. He didn't see it as something that takes his time.
Yeah.
But I try as much as possible to make sure that he's able to play as a child, to finish his homework, and again to do something with the business.
Yeah, because the balance is very, very important.
Yes.
Yeah. So how far is the business now? You said it's now 4 years old?
Yes.
The business?
Yes.
Okay.
So when we started this business, as I said, it was a business without capital.
Yeah.
It didn't have direction, didn't have anything. Even like the sustainability, it was not that easy. So far we have 45 different flavors.
How many flavors?
45.
45 different
Yes,
flavors.
yes.
Wow. Okay.
So in terms of flavors, we are at 45. In terms of sustainability, at least we have identified the suppliers, because we were trying to see how do we produce some juices even when the fruits are off season.
Yeah.
It was not an easy thing. So nowadays we have suppliers who will always supply us with the fruits, whichever season it is. We also had to identify, for instance, mangoes. Most people are used to apple mangoes as mangoes that are used for juices. So we had to identify other types of mangoes that you can use off season. Yeah, so we have also worked on that. We have worked on formulations, like getting those 45 flavors.
Yeah.
It's not a guesswork.
Yeah.
You have to try, like you're in a lab. You have to try, how does this go with this?
Okay.
We have to research on the benefits. There are some fruits, if you mix them, they they neutralize the importance of the other one.
Yeah.
So we don't have to make juices that don't have healthy values. So we have worked on that. What is the combination when you combine this and this?
Okay.
What comes out? Is it acidic? How is it? We have researched on what are those fruits that we can combine? Maybe somebody with some acidity can take.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have to give some advice. Some people have
The juices.
yeah, those people who want to reduce their appetite, we have such juices.
Oh, wow.
We also have juices that can improve your appetite, so we have all of them.
Okay.
So it took us a bit of research. Also on, we didn't invest anything from our pocket because it was not in our plan.
Yeah.
So Kirama Juices has invested back the money that it has.
Okay.
It has, yes.
What you've invested in.
Exactly. So again, we have gone to another level, like coming up with these books. We have had the story captured. It is captured. It can go outside Kenya. It can inspire people. Unlike when we were just to wait and so that so many people will just hear it. There's Kirama Juices.
Yeah.
So we did a launch for this book. We have we have more than 1,000
Copies of the book.
Yes.
So who wrote the book?
Him.
He wrote the book for
Yeah,
himself.
he has his part
Okay.
that he has done, his story, how he started. Whatever that I'm saying is here.
Okay. You know, it's very interesting that we have an 11-year-old who's into business and he's making money, because we keep saying that business is more than meets the eye, and as long as you have the idea, you can get into business.
Yeah.
And this is one idea that came into being even without capital. So we keep saying you don't have to have money for you to have a business going. But there is an issue that comes in business where you already have what you need. You have your products, but how to get it to the market? How to bridge that gap?
Yeah.
There's a very big problem there. So we'll be talking about that and how you are able to overcome that challenge.
Yeah.
But for now, let's go for a very short break so that you can get the business 101, and then we'll be coming right back. Send them back.
My name is Claire Nyoboke. I'm a mother to Kirama and I'm a manager to Kirama Juices. The tips that I can give for Kirama Juices, or anybody who's doing a beverage business, tip number one is maintain cleanliness. It has to be in a good environment. The staffs need to be clean, so keep it hygienic. Tip number two is just in business or in any other business, keep your standards. Don't be in a rush to open so many branches. Just make sure you keep your standards. Another tip that I can give is maybe we can also support our children. They might be having great ideas than even our ideas. So let us support them, let us listen to them and empower them. Claire Nyoboke, Kirama Juices, you are watching Business Plus.
Right, we are back after the very short break for the Business 101, and we are back. Before we went for this break, we were talking about bridging the gap of selling your goods or the products that you have already. So how did you go about it?
All right, about marketing or introducing our product to the market. I think sometimes maybe we give ourselves a lot of pressure. This is because when you put in a lot of capital, imagining that the business is going to peak immediately. For us, it was not such a challenge because we took it slow. That is why we didn't struggle a lot to get finances from where we were not so sure. So we were trying to see when we get market, then we buy what we need to buy, what is urgent. So for Kirama Juices, it has grown slowly.
Okay.
We were not in a hurry we must be here, we must be this level. So again, you really need to market. you have to market, and you have like we want to take like you take like professional photos. You have to be, you know, hygiene.
Yeah.
You know, this is a product that is taken. You have to like reassure your clients like it is healthy, it is prepared in a clean environment.
Yeah.
So there's that, but there's a bit of marketing. You have to sacrifice for marketing, I can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges that you faced since you now started this as a business, when it was no longer an assignment? It's now a business that you decided you wanted to make money. So what are some of the challenges that you now faced, and how did you go about it?
So most of the challenges that we faced is like people could not conceptualize how it is a business for the child. And sometimes it could be like, no, you're using your kids. I think that is one of the challenges.
Yeah.
Another one, there could be discouragement, like, if that child, you know, if they get engaged in business and they have money. So there was such that I was dealing with. Yeah, mostly I didn't like put a lot of expectation on it.
Okay.
I can say it is a business that was surprising me.
Okay.
Yeah. Like they you know, the way it went so viral and
Yeah.
people believed in it. We could even get clients up to 1,000 in an event.
Okay.
It was out of my
Okay.
expectations.
It's not something you...
It is
you
not something I
thought about
expected.
prior.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about branding and how you came up with the whole Kirama brand, and just to make sure that it looks presentable for the market.
Yeah, so one of the, in business, what I can say, you have, just like in employment, when you go for an interview, you are asked, what difference are you going to bring? So the same question you ask yourself as an entrepreneur, how different are you going to do things? You can't just come in and continue doing things the way people are doing.
Yeah.
You have to be different. So we were asking ourselves, what can we do different? Number one, the packaging.
Okay.
So in most places, I know we know, when with the natural juices, they just put it in a water bottle, a blue bottle, you know. So sometimes you ask yourself, where do they get these bottles from?
Yeah.
Is it like they pick them on the streets? So we were working against that, and we started ordering our new bottles. You have to break the cap when you are taking our juice. So again, the production environment. We don't do our production in outside.
Okay.
I know we can see that on the streets. It has to be enclosed, and when you will have a chance to visit our production section, all the other factors for quality are implemented. So again, the cleanness of the staff who are working, and the packaging, it had to be different. So natural juices, most of the time, they're just produced anyhow. That is why some people feel like, do you know where it was produced? So we had to fill that gap, like natural juices can be packed, because most people,
they don't.
no package. And also hygiene, where the production is done, is very essential. Also number 3, the water that is used to produce. You know, juice is not like milk. I sell to you milk, you are going to boil it. And in case of any contamination through boiling, it will be safe. What about now this juice that you want to take fresh? So we had to ensure that we have purified water for that. You'll be able to see that when you have a chance to visit our plant. So water also is an important thing. You have like to reassure your clients that we are using purified water.
What you're taking is safe.
Yes, for drinking.
Okay. And you mentioned about the people who are working there, they have to be very clean, blah, 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 which means that you have people who you've employed.
Yes.
Let me take that again, which means that Kirama has people who he has employed at 11 years.
That's 7.
So at 7, right from 7 years and now 11 years.
Yeah, like he has 7 employees.
7 employees.
Yes.
Okay. Akianza alikuwa na how many employees when he was
No
7?
employee, I was the only employee.
You were the only one. But so far so good.
Yeah.
Now at 11 he has 7 employees.
Yes.
So do you help him with that? With the people he's supposed to employ?
Yep.
And how do you deal with them, and what exactly are they doing?
All right. This also brings another challenge. Like how now employees will feel like this is our employer.
Yeah.
And it's still how to keep the respect, like these are adults, you need to give them respect and still know that they are your employees.
Yeah.
So I think it has been good. I wish you can have an experience with him, the way he relates with employees. He doesn't feel bossy.
Okay.
He feels he's hands-on, but still he will talk to them, you know. He will talk to them and tell them we do this and will be hands-on.
Okay.
So
do you train him on how to talk to his employees?
I really didn't. It came out like natural.
Naturally.
Yeah, but at least I kept on insisting like, respect is good and still you need to be firm. We are still working on that. You need to be firm. Respect does not mean you can say something not being done in the right way and you keep quiet. Yeah.
Okay.
So we are still trying like, how do you become a manager, if I can say like that. You need to be firm as much as you are good.
I love that. Parents are supposed to be very open with their kids starting businesses.
Yeah.
Because now this means that, the world is getting into a place where entrepreneurship is the way to go. You don't have to wait for you to get employed. You can as well go out there and get into entrepreneurship. But I'm very interested in knowing, please, yourself.
Yeah.
Are you into entrepreneurship, or ulijipata when this became a business now, you now had to go to get into business as well? Or do you have a background experience of having or running a business?
Yeah, I've tried small businesses, as I can say, and I had admired to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't see it coming from my child.
Right.
So I have an idea of entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So has that would you say that has helped you with running or helping Kirama to run this particular business?
Yes, it has. Again, like it has. We keep learning every day. That is what I can say. It has opened my eyes. Like you know what? It is not too early to start business.
Yeah.
I felt like I'm late. I felt like I'm late. I could have made money a long time ago.
Yeah.
I can tell you the feeling of I forgot maybe something. When Kirama made the first money, that was 4,500 thereabouts. He gave us
The money.
yes. No, not all of it. I told him, now tell me how you want to use your money. Then he was like, I'm going to give my brother 200. I'm going to give mommy 500. I'm going to give myself. Then I was like, what about daddy? I'm going to give daddy 200. Then I told them, no, parents are given the same. So give me 200 and give daddy 200. It really touched me, like I'm able to tell my kid how to even share your finances among your parents.
Okay.
Unlike people like us, when we start earning, already we have known who is good, who is bad, thereabouts. So the feeling I felt when my son at 7 years gave me 200, I felt like, where can I keep this to keep remembering? It is a nice feeling that our children have great ideas. They can make money. There is no harm of your child paying their own school fees. There isn't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And in this era of CBC, the children are being empowered to actually get into business.
Yeah.
So this would be an encouragement to even you who's watching to start your own business. Now, as you wind up, what is the vision? Where are we expecting Kirama Jesus to be in the next few years?
All right. So we want Kirama Juices to be like a whole stage. We want to own all the stages, like having Kirama Farm, We are working on that.
Okay.
Plant our own fruits. Do our own packaging. Like there's a way we want to be packing the formulations
Okay.
so that we can like maybe preserve them or send it somewhere for production.
Okay.
So we are looking forward to have our own farms, if not a single farm,
Okay.
and have our herbs. We use herbs as flavors.
Okay.
We use mint leaves, we use lemongrass, we have all our herbs.
Okay.
Then we are looking forward one day, I keep saying, we are wishing to have Kerama juices as a juice bar. Just maybe to give an example, just like a setup of KFC. So we have those branches everywhere.
Yeah.
Just having natural juices, having, you know, so when you pass by any town, you'll be like, I know Kerama juices, and we'll pick our natural stuff. We are not intending to add chemicals on Kerama juices.
Okay.
And it is not our wish. We have never been moved so hard to have Kerama juices in supermarkets.
Okay.
Our vision as per now is to just have Kerama juices being known as Kerama juices juice bar.
Okay.
And owning our own space. Yes.
Okay.
So when you go there, you know what you want.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. We really enjoyed having you in this episode, and on behalf of the whole Business Plus family, thank you for empowering Kerama, because now we have Kerama juices from that. For now, have an amazing, amazing rest of the week. Bye bye.